Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. This is Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the NBA Odds Couple Show for Wednesday, June 1st, NBA Finals. We're handicapping the series right now, not Game 1. Game 1 we'll do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Series odds, Golden State Warriors, Cleveland Cavaliers. Here it is, Mike Brenner.
It's not a rematch, though. That's what I will say.
It's not a rematch. Now, before we get into the analysis, can we just get an answer on this? Is Steph Curry 100% or is he 70%? God damn it!
That's the $64,000 question.
What is he? What's the answer, Mike Brenner?
Only he knows, and guess what? At this point, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter.
Because he's 70%, he's playing awesome anyway.
Exactly, and they're just going to load him up with cortisone. That guy is literally, he's just a superhero, so he's going to be just fine.
All right.
I can't wait for this.
The answer is 100%, and we're not mentioning that factor again.
You won't, I won't.
Unless he gets re-injured. Okay. All right, so current odds at Pinnacle as of 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Golden State to win the series, minus 211.
I saw
the
that.
Cavs, plus 185. Obviously, Golden State has home court advantage for Game 7. If you think that the Cavs are going to close it out in 6 at home, current line at Pinnacle, plus 475.
Plus 475 for a closeout in 6.
Woo! If you want the Warriors to win it in 7, plus 250. Now, last year, Golden State closed it out in 6. They won at Cleveland.
Yes.
My sense is that this year it's either going to be Golden State in 7 or the Cavs in 6. My sense is that this is
I like that.
Yeah, you could hedge them.
I am totally in agreement with that. That's a great hedge.
Yeah, my sense is that this is going to be, regardless of who wins, who has the edge, people are going to make predictions, be wrong or right. Yeah. It's going to be a close series. It's going to go at least 6 or 7.
And I see it being won on the home floor as well. I really do. I think this will be won on the home floor.
There's no way this series ends in 5.
I don't think so. I don't see that happening.
Anyway, one team wins 4 out of 5 games.
And if it does, it'll be Cleveland. Mm-hmm. If anybody can win this thing in 5, and you call me crazy right now, get it out of the way. But if anybody can do this in 5 against this team, it's Cleveland. And
all right. Now, for anyone who's not familiar with what happened last year, Mike Brenner, tell us what the difference is between, because these were the same 2 teams that were in the NBA Finals last year. Of course, Golden State 1 and 6. What's the difference between this year and last year?
Totally different team. All right. I mean, as far as the personnel, it's pretty much the same. But as far as injuries, who's playing who, what pickups they made. All right, one of the biggest additions to Cleveland, besides Irving and Love being totally healthy, is Channing Frye. What a great pickup. This guy, he's quiet, he just does his job, and he can, when he gets on fire, forget about it. He is a deep 3 threat. They have that as well. And again, I can't say it enough, Irving and Love sat on the sidelines last year. Watch this 2-1 lead Cleveland had as Superman LeBron put it all on his back, and he did. Right. He had amazing stats last year. People forget that. LeBron had a hell of a series. Guess what? He finally got wore down. He was tired. He was beat up during the season. He is healthier now than he's ever been. His minutes are down, and he is fresh. I'm telling you right now, Pete, this team is ready for this challenge, and what they're going to do, they're going to utilize Tristan Thompson big time on Draymond Green. They're really going to concentrate on boxing him out. They see that you can get into his head. If you get into his head, he can do stupid fouls, get technicals, and start hurting his team. All right? LeBron is focused. This is the year. Right? He is 2-4 in 6 trips to the finals. He's gone 6 in a row. All right, his legacy will be defined if he wins this or not. If he goes 2-5, I'm telling you, he's going to be one of the greatest players, but the legacy is tainted. This is his best chance ever, which was his goal, to come to Cleveland, bring a title. This is his best chance ever.
Well, let me ask you this. Golden State, look, they really are the elite, the mythical team of destiny. They set the record, and then the OKC series, it looked like they were done. We were like, all right, Golden State's done. But they weren't. Yeah. They came back. The injuries, the issues with whatever, didn't matter. They came back. They did pull it out. Yeah. It just feels like going against them. It just,
and I get that. Right? I get that because, look, everything that could have happened to this team after winning the title last year. Now, let's get this. 9 out of 10 teams, after they win the title, their thirst is quenched. You don't see them. Right. They're not a threat. This team came back hungrier. Then they had a coach go down with back surgery. They have had more issues than I've ever seen. Guess what? They just keep coming back. But Pistol Pete, I think finally they have met their match.
You think they can actually be beat? See,
yes, I do. I think they can be beat. OKC proved they could be beat. They beat them 3.
OKC did. OKC proved that they can look like they're going to be beat, but they never actually do get beat.
It's true in a series, but in a game, they can beat them. They can be beat one game at a time. They can be beat one game at a time.
I'm sure that there are many points in this series where we're going to say, wow, Golden State is really cooked. They're really done. But do you really want to bet that they'll actually lose the series?
I would. I'm going to bet. I'm betting on Cleveland for the series. Okay, and again, my thoughts on this, Pistol Pete. All right, they won last year. They know that. All right, Cleveland, they want this thing so damn bad. That's why they're quiet. All right, besides the 2 fluke games that the Raptors really put it on. Besides that, they have been a machine, just steamrolling through the East. Okay, and the East is the East. They're weak, but this team could play with Western teams. I'm telling you, they want this matchup. It's not a rematch because it's not the same, but they want this. They want to beat this team, and you're going to see Curry and LeBron. Trust me, egos are involved here, buddy. You got one passing the torch.
Sure.
It's going to be interesting, but if all stays healthy for Cleveland and Kevin Love can just remain hot, I don't think there's any way Golden State could just stop them. I don't, and I really, really like this, Pete. I may be wrong. It may go south, but I have a really good feeling on this.
I mean, is it possible that the Cavs look much better than they really are because of the relatively weak competition they played in the playoffs?
Great question. Everybody's asking that, and I would like to say yes, but the way they dominated an Atlanta team that finally started looking like Atlanta and dominated, like you said, they were up 40 points, Pete. All right, these guys are focused, and I think they're very well coached. Tyronn Lue has done a good job of letting them kind of find their way and bringing in a transition offense, which they have done very well. Deladova, experience. J.R. Smith, experience. These guys all came off the bench, even Mo Williams, all right? So they do have a deep bench as well. They're healthier than Golden State, all right? I think Golden State just thinks they have their number, and that might be a weapon that might, I think it's going to hurt them. I think Cleveland can get this series. Now, if Golden State comes out and kicks ass and wins, guess what? I'm not going to be surprised, and I'm not going to be ashamed of my bet. But not the games. The games are going to go back and forth. But I like them in the series.
So if you like them in the series, you think they're going to win it? You think
they're going to go into
Golden
I'm going to go with plus 475. Yes, I think they can win. I think they can win in Golden State. Yes, I know. I think they can go in and win this whole thing in 6. Close it out in 6.
If they don't win it in 6, do you think that
Game 7 it would be tough. That would be tough. Very, very tough. They know that too. They don't want this to go 7. I really think deep down they don't want it to go 7, and I think they have been controlling their minutes just because of that. And that's where I think they're going to beat them. Golden State's tired, bro. They got to be tired, Pistol Pete. They've been in some battles. Hell, Portland gave them a hell of a run.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers right now plus 185 to win the series, plus 475 to win it in 6.
I'm doing it. I'm going to touch that on the 4 to win in 6 plus 475. I'm going to put 500 up. Why
not?
Your
pick. That's your pick.
That's my pick. That's my pick right there. And Cleveland to win the series plus 185.
And do you think it would be worth hedging out the Cavs in 6 at plus 475 with the Warriors in 7 at plus 250?
Why not? Absolutely. Because if it does go 7, I really think
that's
Golden
a real
State
possibility.
Absolutely. And that could happen. But I think that's when they will get the advantage if it gets that far.
So your analysis is not that Cleveland's definitely going to win this series. This is a done deal. Your analysis is that they have the edge at the current odds.
Exactly.
But if the Warriors do win the series, you will not be shocked or blown away.
At all. And it sets up a perfect hedge. So it's perfect, Pistol.
Yeah. I mean, at the current market odds, the market's giving Golden State like a 2/3 chance of winning. The series, which is a pretty significant diss of Cleveland.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know they have home court advantage in Game 7, but I mean, 2/3 of it. If you played the series, 10 times, you really think that Golden State would win 6 or 7?
I don't, Pete. I just have this feeling so strong, just like I did that time OKC and San Antonio. I have that feeling this strong for Cleveland. I think they're just quietly, restfully, patiently waiting for this to happen, and it's happening. And all of a sudden, Golden State turn around, time to play again. All right, got some injuries to deal with. We got Draymond Green to deal with.
Yeah.
It's a perfect setup. This is the perfect storm for Cleveland. If they're ever going to do it, it's got to be now.
Let me ask you one final question.
Absolutely, Pistol.
You think that, I mean, look, the refs matter, and they matter more. We've talked about this.
They
I
do.
did an interview with Tim Donaghy. We all know the deal. Do you think that the refs will let the Cavs win this series, or do you think that when it comes down to it, that the call's going to come in and the refs will be told, listen, great job, guys. Make sure Golden State comes away with
inside information from Pistol Pete in the locker room.
What do you think? Do you think that the league wants
I don't want to believe that.
Win team
I don't want to believe
it.
I don't want to believe it, but of course there's got to be something behind that. But it's LeBron too, so that changes the whole dynamics. And I just got news for you. This guy's ready to put the team on his shoulders. But that factor of LeBron, no, I don't think. I think either way the NBA wins, whether this thing's cashed out in 6 or 7, whether Golden State's the champ or Cavaliers. NBA wins at the end because you got the 2 best players facing off against each other.
Because the other way you could bet this is to take the Cavs in 7 and the Warriors in 7 and just bet that the series goes 7 games. That might be the best way to do it, right?
Could be. And let's not forget also what I threw out there a while back. Kyrie Irving plus 1,400 if he's MVP of the finals. All right, that's
or
still
what
up
you
there.
could do, you could take Cavs in 6, Cavs in 7, and Warriors in 7, which would be a big favorite
absolutely.
line, but you would hedge out a lot of
Totally hedge.
eliminate
That's
a lot
smart.
of options.
That's very smart. I like that.
Yeah,
and that's not a.
I wonder what the final odds of that would be. It'd be a big favorite line.
Yes,
but,
it would.
But,
There's definitely would be a favorite
but it wouldn't
line.
be a massive favorite line. I don't
What
think.
are your thoughts, Pistol Pete? What do you really think?
I'm basically agreeing with everything that you just said. Those were my thoughts. My sense is that at the current odds, you'd have to take the Cavs. My only hesitation in my head is there some kind of script that the refs want to follow to make sure that the Warriors in their 73-win season also come away with the
and that's the unseen enemy, and we can't control that. Will that happen? Who knows? Has it been happening? Probably hell yes. But with that being said, by the way, there's a really good chance I'll be out in Vegas for games 3 and 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Right, Brenner. That
keep
sounds
you
like a lot
posted
of
on
fun.
that. We got it's going to be fun. So we'll keep you posted on that. It's not confirmed.
There's a really good chance I'll be sleeping through the second halves of all these games.
Speaking of second half, Pistol Pete, I hope during these finals
I will.
you
I will
tweet
set
these
my
out.
goddamn alarm, and I will tweet
I
out
have
my
had,
opinions.
if I'm not exaggerating, at least
line.
7 commenters that have said what's going on with Pistol Pete's second half tweets.
Sleeping. That's what's going on.
He needs a break too, I guess.
But for the finals, I will be tweeting out my opinions on the second halves for all of these games. I think we got our analysis. We got our picks.
Can't wait.
Mike Brenner liking the Cavs on the series line, and also in 6 at plus 475. Mike Brenner, awesome. Can't wait for game 1 tomorrow.
And it also answers the question. I've got a hater. Matter of fact, his tag name is Fade Mike Brenner. He said, "Tell me who you think's going to win the series, and if you're right, then I'll maybe lay off of you." Well, Cavaliers, I think, are going to win the series. I think
there
they
you
can
go.
beat Golden
Underdog,
State.
big underdog pick prediction by Mike Brenner.
That's
Tune
right.
in tomorrow for game 1.
Go Cavaliers, baby.